Shadow People, Part 2. Like I was saying, I have a relationship with all my dead loved ones and friends. And to be truthful, they don't know they dead. Death don't exist over there. Just recently, I was chasing my dead friend, former coworker named Jeff. We were in Tokyo somewhere. Everywhere, people were shopping, like, like, like in the Vietnam War era. And Jeff walking like he was dressed like he was in the 70s. Now I'm running behind him, and he walking through traffic. I remember, I guess he dead, so he can walk between cars and through cars. And I was saying, Jeffrey, Jeffrey. And he just smiling and waving. I said, Jeff, you dead? Car run him over. It didn't touch him. His car went right through him. And I said, Jeff, don't you see them cars going through you, man? You dead. He look at me laughing. He kept walking. And I'm trying to chase him, but I can't because the car can hit me. They couldn't hit him. He just walking through it. And they don't know they dead because death don't exist in the spiritual ring. They can die in this ring because I done killed one. And I'm talking about a shadow person. I done killed one. When I killed that shadow person, it turned into a human. And this how I find out what they want. And my angel already been telling me what they want. He said, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, but I needed your energy to survive in both worlds, sir. I needed your energy, sir. I'm sorry. I wanted to stay in both worlds. I'm not finished. And he exploded. Because I killed him. I know I was going to have to kill him or he was going to have to kill me. We were fighting for like 3 weeks. But I didn't know what was going on. I'm woke. So all the people be talking about, oh, sleep paralysis. No, baby. Ain't no sleep paralysis when you woke. Soon as I sit on the bed, that man jump on me. 3 weeks in a row. And me and him go to fighting like cats and dogs. And what happened when I say I kill him, I drain all his energy. Because, see, let me tell you, if you ever get in a tussle with them, like I told you about the ones who come in your room and you can't move and all that, they take your energy when you free them. The more you free them, the stronger they get. Even if you can't move, just say these simple words. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. And you keep saying it as fast as you can, because the more you say it, the weaker they get. But if you're scared, the stronger they get. And that's how I think people die in their sleep. And I always told my mama that. I think when people die in their sleep, it be the Hank. And she said, no, it don't be the Hank. It be them dying from fear. They kill themselves dying of fear. Only thing you got to do is stand up to that thing and show no fear. That's what she used to say, right? But I'm 100% sure the way them things will take me now, in just 2024, hey man, them things going to kill, dog. You know what I mean? I don't know how I'm fighting because now I'm handicapped and weak. And I still fight them. My last fight was like 2024. And it was a tough one. So. And then I had a couple in 2025 where they came out the TV. I'm looking at them. I'm writing my book. Because then when I published my book, 2024, and that take a lot of work because you got to keep reading over and over and over. And I'm reading my book about 2 or 3 in the morning. And I look at 3D thing climb out the TV, and I grab my, you know what? You know what I mean? And I'm looking at them come out the TV. They solid just like you and me. But it wasn't a shadow. It was actually people. Spider-Man suit, all black. But when I seen them, I still knew there was a shadow person, right? And they jumped on me and were trying to poke my eyes out, and I fought it off and everything, you know what I mean? I fought it off. It ran. And I went in the kitchen to get something to drink, and it grabbed me from behind again. And I would overpower it, and I said, man, won't you go on, man, and somewhere and play, man? Do you know who I am on the other side? And he just looked at me. And he left. And I went back to my couch. Remind you, I ain't never sleep. But I realized one thing. Hey, man, how you were walking and your leg cut off? You had both legs. Then I realized I was in a parallel dimension. Right along with this dimension. Everything looked exactly the same. And I don't know why, but I kept popping in and out that parallel world. One night I was sleeping. And all my room doors, my room outside boarded up, for hurricane, right? Ain't nobody there helping me. Sound like somebody was trying to tear that whole wall down. I grabbed my, you know what? And I run to the bedroom. And just sound like they were trying to tear the boards off the house. And I'm like, God, boy, whoever that is, dangerous. So I grabbed my big, you know what? And I ran outside. I saw nothing. And I come and sat down on the couch where I sleep at, in the living room, while I'm handicapped, and I sat down. And I realized, I can see the whole thing like a TV. I'm looking at my body like I'm on TV. And I realized, wait a minute, man, you had a leg. That's a parallel dimension. Looks exactly like this dimension. Except for the people in it is a little stronger. You know what I mean? Than us here. And I've been popping in and out of that now for the last, I'd say since 2003, 23. It's amazing. But it will make you mess somebody up. Because it's so surreal. Because it is real. Like my angel say, it's real. We live in multiple dimensions. We multiple dimension beings. And them shadow people is real. They're real. I don't know whether they're an entity from another planet, or they're dead, they just dead spirits and they evil or whatever. Because with every good you got an evil. Every negative you got a positive. So try talking to them, because if you can move around, they ain't evil. If they were evil, you won't be able to move a bit when they come into the room. And that's a scary feeling. Knowing somebody looking at you, and you can feel their presence just as night and day. And when you feel that energy, don't get scared. Talk to it. Say, I know you're in here. What you want? Man, won't you Go somewhere else and play. If you ain't gonna talk or show yourself to me, hey man, go somewhere else. Or come in my dreams and talk to me. Talk to it. It's real. We're not alone. Remember, I was raised in both worlds. And my angel showed me my team one day. I was surrounded by 60 entities. They all were my team. They with me 24 hours a day, all day, every day. As you die, they get less and less, but we're never alone. So remember, get to know your shadow person. It may be your angel, or, like in my case, I find out it was me from the future. His name was Bobby Jones, a famous, legendary golfer. He said we share the same spirit and the same soul. And God just wanted to see how far he get as a white person and how far I get as a black person. And I say, Mr. Jones, since God giving up on this racism thing, can you please, God, can I go back with you? He said, no, you got to finish your journey, son. You got to figure out a way around racism. And I said, but why God can't help me? And listen closely. That might be why he ain't helped the slave. He said when God invented free will, he made it so him and the angels can't interfere with man-made problems. Because racism is a form of hate, which is man-made. That's the way the angel explained it to me. But I did ask the angel, is that why God didn't help the slave? He said, I can't answer that question. I can't answer it. But all I know, you need to continue to live to seek and you find a way around racism. But until then, we studying it in heaven because we never seen nothing like it before because it's man-made. So get to know your shadow person. He might become the best friend you ever had. Thank you, and God bless.